In today's video, I want to share some things that I learned in my 40s that I wish I had known sooner or realized earlier. I am in such an amazing place, in such a happy place. I'm so fulfilled at this point in my life, and I kind of want to talk about some of these things because when I think back on them, I'm like, I cannot believe that used to trip me up. Very first thing I want to talk about is just accepting myself for who I am and knowing and understanding that I don't have to fit into societal norms. Just accepting myself for who I am, how I look, how I'm built, and how I'm made. Okay, when I was younger, you had your insecurities, and not that I still don't at this age, but I'm just like, it is, you can't change it. This is what it is. And now in my 40s, I'm just like, this is the way God made you. You are beautiful and wonderfully made. So you might as well sit with it, love it, and appreciate the difference and the uniqueness that God gave you. Even with like upbringing and financial status and all types of things like that, I often be like, oh man, I wish this could have been a bit different. I wish that. But at this point in my life, I'm like, you know what? You play the hand you are dealt, and you do the best with the hand that you were given. The past is the past. You don't allow it to continue into your future, and you don't allow it to transform your current time, because a lot of times you can be so caught up on things that happened to you in the past, and it truly can hinder you from moving forward. So accepting myself, my mistakes and my shortcomings, and just understanding that I'm human, and trying to be the best person I can be each and every day, and moving forward with that understanding and knowing that my heart is pure and my intentions are good, and that I try my best each and every day, and for where I lack, that God is more than sufficient, and just continue to move forward. So I wish I had understood and known to just accept myself for who I am a long time ago. In addition to that, I learned to love my own company. I absolutely love, my own company. These days, I'm much more of a solo vibe type of person. I would much prefer to sit in my house and do my toes and listen to some music and watch something on Netflix than I much rather would go out and mingle and do all the things. I like being at home. I enjoy baking and doing arts and crafts with my kids, and I like more intimate settings. And then speaking of that, I had to learn that it was okay to write my own future, and that didn't have to look like what my family said that had to look like, or society said that had to look like. Because let's be honest, I live a very unconventional life to some. I do not have a 9-to-5 corporate job. I am a free creative who's just out here, building an online business and absolutely loving it. And some people think that's absolutely so scary and probably not the smartest thing, but I am so at peace. I have such freedom in my life to go and come as I please, to be available for my children, and just truly be in my passion and my purpose and in my zone of genius till at this moment. And I'm not saying never, but at this moment, I can't see myself doing anything differently. I can't see myself doing anything differently. And there will be some people who would think I was insane for that. Had I told someone 10 years ago, prior to me doing this, that I was going to quit my job and just try to make money off the internet, I would have sounded insane. I would have sounded ludicrous. If my grandmother was still living and I told her that, she would probably be like, are you okay? Are you okay? And so I wish when I was younger, I had realized that, I know this is what your mother wants you to do. I know this is what society says that you have to do. But you could just finish high school and go and take a gap year and travel Europe. I wish I'd known that I could do that. I wish I had the boldness and the confidence or the push or just the acceptance from the people to know that I could do that, you know, or knew that someone had my back, you know, to say, you know what, you go do that, you know. But honey, there was none of that. It was like, girl, if you don't take your butt to school, if you don't take your butt to school, that was the option. Go to school, honey. You need a job. You need a good job. So yeah, I wish I had known that unconventional is not necessarily bad. Okay, this is probably the most important thing. I wish I understood that quality was better than quantity when it comes to having friends. I wish I knew that. And I wish I knew that it was okay to have boundaries. And I wish I knew that it was okay to say no. I wish I knew it was okay to outgrow people and not try to hold on to things that were no longer serving you. Is this like 5 in 1? But I wish I knew and understood that having a few good friends was so much better than having a lot of bad ones. Because if you have 1 to 2 good friends in this lifetime, you are absolutely blessed. You are absolutely so blessed. And if you have more than that, my God, you are God's favorites, okay? Because not that I tried to hoard friends. I don't feel like I was ever the initiator of friends. I just always made them so easily, okay? I always made them so easily. People, I'm a girl's girl, a people's person, and people were always drawn to me. And if we hit it off, and boom, now we're friends, right? And my friendships were great. I'm not saying any of that. My friendships were great. I just wish I knew and understood the difference and the separator between associate and actual friend. And I don't feel like I always discerned that as well as I should have in my 20s. And now in my 40s, I look back and I'm just like, girl, that girl was not your friend. She was not trying to be friends with you. She was trying to be you. I wish I realized that. I really wish I realized that. And then once something has, you know, taken its course, or once something has got to a certain point where it's just like, you know what, we've outgrown each other. You know what, it's okay for you to go your way and for me to go mine. You know what, yeah, that was pretty shady and I'm gonna have to holler at you. You know, I wish I just knew that. And I'm gonna keep that there on the friendship thing. But quality over quantity, certainly. Next, let's talk about money. Money is necessary, but it is not everything. And I wish that I realized that sooner. Money is essential. Money is needed in order to live our everyday lives because we need to take care of ourselves, but it is not everything. Okay? It is not the maker or the breaker of your life. Like, I'm a person, I've talked about this a bit on my primary channel, that I'm not a person that's money motivated. You know, I think I would be okay if I was never a billionaire. I'm okay being a multi-millionaire. Let's make this practical. Even now in my business, I don't have a team at all. I don't have a team. I don't desire to even do that. I run a solo business. I run a one-person business, and it's because I don't want all the complicatedness of big business. I just would like to run a business that can take care of my family and for us to live a comfortable life, because money is not everything. My health and wellness and my peace is so much more important than grinding it out, trying to get every last red cent that I can, and missing time with my babies and missing time with my loved ones and the people that count on me. I'd much rather be with them and spend time with them and enjoy the money I am making than to be running around trying to make it, okay? Make the money. Don't let it make you. I don't want the money to be making me. I don't want the money to be making me. I want to make it. See, I feel like money is making people when you are literally blood, sweat, and tears behind chasing it. Okay? When you are pouring out every ounce of your energy into chasing it. I'm a type of person that I want it to chase me. I want to be so in my purpose and so in my zone of genius that money is chasing me down. Chasing me down. Okay. That's how I like to live my life. And that might sound lazy. That might sound absolutely just delusional. But that's the type of life I want to live. I don't want to be chasing money down so bad that I don't have energy left in order to enjoy it. Okay. Money is essential. It is not everything. And then the next thing, learning is for a lifetime. I feel like we should always be learning. Always. Like, I don't think that ever should end. For me, like, I've learned in school. I have learned outside of school. I have done trades. I taught myself by self-study how to build an online business. Just so many different things I feel like I've learned, and I continue to pour into myself just so I'm cultured and I know, a little about a lot, right? So like right now I'm dabbling into the gardening thing and understanding what fruits and vegetables can be grown next to each other, and what seasonal things you can grow and when, and what zone I'm in. And I'm trying to get in my gardening bag a little bit, because I feel like that is a skill and something that will be useful now and forevermore. That is a skill that can be used at all times. And so I'm always in a place to where I am trying to learn and get better and just be better. And so that is something I wish I had understood before. When I went off to school, I can't say I was really in a place to where I wanted to go to school. I was going to school because that was what was expected of me, right? And then you got there and it's just like, okay, let me hurry up and try to get this done. It's 4 years. And okay, I failed that class. Oh gosh, let me hurry. And it felt like this hurry to like, what am I hurrying to? Because girl, you're going to be learning all your life. You don't only have to learn in this capacity. And I wish that I was okay with saying, you know what? Let me take a year to go travel Europe. Y'all see that I really wanted to do that. Let me go travel, for a year just to see the world and learn culture and learn other, areas of the world and how they do things and all that stuff. And then come back, and then you can learn in the classroom. And after the classroom, maybe you can go and you can learn inside of corporate. Then you can get a hobby and learn in that. And then you can, create this online business, and you can learn from literally self-study and so many ways to learn. And I just wish I had known that and realized that a lot earlier. Obviously, I knew that you should always be learning something. I just wished I had known that I had a lifetime, and that I didn't have to rush it all. And then lastly, self-love is the ultimate act of love, especially as a woman. We do so much for so many people, and oftentimes we put ourselves on that back burner, or we put ourselves last, if we even remember ourselves to begin with. Because something that I had to realize is that, if you're not okay, how can they be okay? If you're not all right and you're not taking care of you, then who's going to take care of them? Getting into my self-love bag at this big age. And it is something that I'm still learning. Okay. Still learning to just make sure I check in with myself and check in with me and make sure that I'm okay and I'm taking care of myself. Because when I was younger, this looked a lot different, because who else did I have to look out for? So it's like, okay, yeah, I like me. Yes, I love me. But I didn't knew what an ultimate act of love it was, because there were still relationships where it's like, you should probably put yourself first, because he is, right? It goes back to that, me understanding the quality over the quantity, and me understanding that it's okay to accept you for who you are, and that self-love being kind of a part of that, and understanding and knowing that it's okay to choose you. I think a lot of times that we can be guilted out of choosing ourselves, but I wish I knew that it was okay to choose me back then. Like, it's okay to choose you. You can chuck them deuces. It's okay. You can choose you. Self-love. It's the ultimate act of love. And I wish I had known that sooner. So that's my list. Those are the things that I learned in my 40s that I wish I had known sooner? Is there anything that's surprising to you? Anything that you wish you had just learned earlier in your life? Maybe you're not 40 yet, but maybe there's something you wish you had learned earlier that is really pivotal in your life right now. Leave that down below for me. And if you like this video or any of the other type of videos that I make here on this channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be making a lot more content around self-improvement and productivity on this channel. So if that's your type of thing, I definitely invite you to subscribe to the channel, hit a like on the video, and I will see you in the next one.